Hey everyone, my name is Jess and I'm with Moonfall Games, here to teach you how to make Rick Grimes and Michonne from The Walking Dead and the character creator. Now if you don't have the character creator yet, don't worry, the game is soon going to be available, but with Rick we're going to start with his skin tone, which here we have a nice little white skin tone flesh color already set up. Rick normally wears a brownish button up or something similar, so you start kind of making the general shapes of the collar, and I personally find it easier to take away rather than to add later, just so that way you can get a general shape and finding the exact colors that you like, because these are things that, like I said, just for me personally, it's easier to play with as you go along. So as you can see, you kind of start just by making the shape of the collar, the colors of the shirt, where it buttons down, and just filling in the colors that you see necessary. Now I'm leaving the collar a little bit lighter just to show the distinction, and it really doesn't distract from the two different colors, and then just fill in where the shirt opens up, so that way he does have a little bit of a chest and isn't just an awkward head. I'm going to give him some facial hair here, since Rick does have one hell of a beard. And then we're going to add the eyes, which is just easiest to do if you do in traditional 8-bit format, with just little squares. Add the hair, which is just with the round circle. And then it's all just really about finding the colors you want. Now it's all very similar to in Microsoft Paint with the color wheels and just selecting color palettes that way. Or you can insert the numbers, just whatever works easiest for you. So here you can see I'm taking away from the bottom of the face and then also from the top of the chest, just so that way it doesn't overlap each other too much. It's okay if you don't use the full space here. Here I'm adding some chest hair, rather, and then filling in the arm sleeves. If you can't find the exact color you used, if you didn't write down the numbers, don't worry about it. They're easy enough to find on your own just by playing around, as you can see. Now, like I was saying before, you don't have to fill in all of the space, because depending on what kind of character you're creating, it can make it look very chunky. Now for Rick here, we're going to add some blood on his face, since slaying zombies is hard work. And if you wanted to add some more to his shirt or maybe his pants when you make them later, fine. Now I'm going to make his gun here. Guns are pretty simple to make, as you can tell. It's just a few clunky squares. I'm going to give him some black shoes just for ease. And Rick usually wears like dark blue pants or khaki pants, and since I'm giving him a brown shirt, I'm going to go with dark blue. Like I said, here you can perfectly see that it's totally okay to not use the full space. That way things don't overlap kind of awkwardly. And there you have Rick. So here he is, ready to slay some zombies, but in space instead. So if you wanted to play around with that, go ahead. Now if you want to make Michonne, I'm going to work on her outfit, which is like her vest with the purple shirt and her dark pants. But first we're going to start with her skin. It's easiest to just kind of sometimes go all out with the dark, because for her, she is darker skinned, and in this case, she does show a little bit more skin than Rick, so it's just easiest to kind of set that out as your template. Now I'm making her katana right now, which is going to be a little shorter because it is in this short space, so it's going to look more like a knife, but inspired by. So I'm going to give her the base for her dreads, and then right after that, going to work on her headband that she has, which usually is like shades of like blues and greens and browns. So I'm just going to kind of let them kind of scatter across her forehead, and it'll give it the general look. The eyes again, the lips. Just finding the colors that work best for you and whatever your preference is for the character. Once again, shaving off some of that space. Finding the right color for her vest right now. So just filling it in. I find it personally easier to add than take away. Giving it that V shape, and you can define it further with black in an outline. Giving her a zipper. Something that you can just kind of play with however you so choose to do. Shaving off some more off the top and the bottom, just there. And then this way I can extend her dreads to actually go down and over, so they don't just look like awkward and choppy. Now I'm going to work on the pants. Thought about doing green, didn't really work too well, so I decided to put the purple there for the reference to see what would look best, and decided black would probably be easiest for Michonne at this point. Gave her some dark red shoes just to make it pop. Shaved off a little bit more there just so it doesn't overlap, and then thinned out her legs a little bit, because as you can see they were looking a little too buff, as are her arms, so those are probably going to go down next. Perfect the vest sleeves. Outline the vest to give it a little definition. And there you go. There you have Michonne from The Walking Dead. So she's ready to go slay some zombies with Rick in space. These are some characters that would be great if you're playing with friends. If you'd like to see more characters from The Walking Dead, or any characters from any fandom of your choosing, please feel free to let us know in the comments below, or to send us a note on any of our social media accounts, such as Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, at Moonfall Games. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you next Tuesday.